بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم
The Quran is the holy book and core of Islam, revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, beginning in the year 610 AD. The revelations occurred for 23 years and lasted until just before Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, passed away in 633 AD. The book, first revealed over 1400 years ago, is as relevant today as it was then, because it is the final revelation issued to all of mankind. The scale of knowledge ranges from seemingly incomprehensible subjects, such as the vastness and growth of the universe, to knowledge of the earth and its functions, down to the single atom. The facts in the Quran correlate with the modern discoveries in science of the 21st century. The Quran is a book of signs, not science. A sign is a token, an indication, a marker, a gesture, a notice, an advertisement, and most importantly, a warning for the public. There are over 6,000 signs or verses or ayat in the Quran. More than 1,000 deal with science. Science is the system in which mankind gains knowledge through observation and experimentation. In short, science is the search for fact, or truth, or law. These things are not created by man, but are studied by man, such as the law of gravity. If you walked past a beautiful house completed with plumbing, heating, and a cooling system, electric power, beautiful design of architecture, and maintained lawns, immediately you would attribute this to men or women, and you would be correct in doing so, for it would not be possible for this well-thought-out construction to have happened by chance. But when it comes to the physical laws that govern the universe and causes life to exist, we attribute these perfectly sound, mathematical correct laws to mere chance. The probability of the universe occurring by chance is zero. The initial gaseous mass, or primary nebula. According to astronomers and astrophysicists, the universe was initially one big mass, known as the primary nebula. Scientists agree that before the galaxies in the universe were formed, celestial matter was initially in the form of gaseous matter. Huge gaseous matter, or clouds, were present before the formation of the galaxies. To describe initial celestial matter, the word smoke is more appropriate than gas. The following Quranic verse refers to this state of the universe by the word dukhan, which means smoke.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان فقال لها وللأرض ائتيا طوعا أو كرها قالتا أتينا طائعين.
The Big Bang, also known as the secondary separation, is the term used for the theory in which our universe came to be. The explosion from the primary nebula resulted in the formation of galaxies, including our own Milky Way galaxy. Light, time, gravity, fire, water, stars, planets, humans, animals, plant life, insects, and so on down to the tiniest atom, all were created from this initial spark. Allah confirms the Big Bang in the Qur'an.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون.
Professor Keith L. Moore, Associate Dean for Basic Medical Sciences and Chair of Anatomy from 1976 to 1984 at the University of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is a founding member of the American Association of Clinical Anatomists, or the AACA, and was president of the AACA between 1989 and 1991. He is also a recipient of multiple awards for anatomical sciences and author of the book, The Developing Human, which has been translated into 8 languages and is the textbook around the world for first-year medical students.
Intensive studies of the Qur'an and Hadith in the last 4 years have revealed a system for classifying human embryos that is amazing since it was recorded in the 7th century AD. Although Aristotle, the founder of the science of embryology, realized that chick embryos developed in stages from his studies of hen's eggs in the 4th century BC, he did not give any details about these stages. As far as it is known from the history of embryology, little was known about the staging and classification of human embryos until the 20th century. For this reason, the descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century. The only reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God. He could not have known such details because he was an illiterate man with absolutely no scientific training. The stages of embryonic and fetal development mentioned in the Quran should be used when teaching Muslim students because they are in accordance with our modern understanding of the development before birth. It will also enable Muslim doctors and nurses to explain human development to their patients using Quranic references. Muhammad could not have known these facts about human development in the 7th century because most of them were not discovered until the 20th century. Muslims and others are justified in concluding that these facts could only have been revealed to Muhammad by the one who knows all about us, not only about how we developed, but how we live and function.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين.
Professor Tejitat Tejisin, formerly head of the Department of Anatomy and Embryology, is now the Dean of Medical Science in Chiang Mai University, Thailand. The professor's area of specialty is the study of pain receptors. Human skin contains pain receptors called nociceptors that send the signals of pain through your nervous system. If you were to remove the skin, thereby removing the pain receptors, you would feel no pain.
You will be interested to know that in this book, the Holy Book, the Qur'an, there was a reference 1400 years ago which refers to the moment of punishment of the unbelievers by the fire of hell, and it states that when the skin is destroyed, Allah makes another skin for them, so that they perceive the punishment by fire, indicating knowledge about nerve endings in the skin. And the verse is
إن الذين كفروا بآياتنا سوف نصليهم نارا كلما نضجت جلودهم بدلناهم جلودا غيرها ليذوقوا العذاب إن الله كان عزيزا حكيما.
Do you agree that this is a reference to the importance of the nerve endings in the skin in sensation 1400 years ago?
Yes, if the bird is dead and destroy the receptor, we will know the perception for sensation. I agree this knowledge about sensation has known long before, because it said that if something do something wrong, and then is what punished by burning his skin, and then the Allah put the fresh skin cover him to make him know.
Professor Tejisin was so impressed by the scientific accuracy of this one verse, he began to study the Quran.
From my study and what I have learned from this context, I believe that everything that has been recorded in the Quran 1400 years ago must be true. That can be proved by the scientific means. Since the Prophet Muhammad could neither read nor write, Muhammad must be a messenger who relayed this truth, which was revealed to him as an enlightenment by the one who is knowledgeable Creator. This Creator must be God or Allah. Therefore, I think this is the time to say La ilaha illallah. There is no God to worship except Allah. Muhammad, Rasulullah. Muhammad is messenger of